Good evening. This is All India Radio and I am Abhishek Mukhopadhyay with the news at 9. The headlines. Manohar Lal to take oath as Chief Minister of Haryana for a second term tomorrow. Dushyant Chautala of JJP to be sworn as Deputy CM. In Maharashtra, political parties continue deliberations on government formation. Brazil, South Africa, India and China urge developed nations to adhere to commitments under Paris Agreement to fight climate change. Prime Minister to address the nation through Mann Ki Baat program on All India Radio tomorrow. Met Department says KYARR is likely to intensify into extremely severe cyclonic storm in the next 12 hours. And in French Open Badminton semi-final match between pair of Chirag Shetty and Satwiksairaj Rankireddy and Japanese duo of Hiroyuki Endo and Yuta Watanabe to be played tonight. In Haryana, senior BJP leader and current Chief Minister Manohar Lal will take the oath at a function in Chandigarh tomorrow to begin his second term in office. He met Governor Satyadev Narayan Arya this afternoon and staked claim to form the government after BJP emerged as the single largest party in the assembly elections.
सरकार बनाने का हमारा जो क्लेम है वो हमने प्रस्तुत किया। राज्यपाल महोदय ने 27 अक्टूबर निमंत्रण दिया है कि शपथ ग्रहण का कार्यक्रम किया जाए और कल दोपहर 1:15 बजे राजभवन में ही यह शपथ ग्रहण होगा।
Manohar Lal will head a coalition government with Jan Nayak Janata Party JJP and 6 independents. Dushyant Chautala of the JJP would take oath as the Deputy Chief Minister. Gopal Kanda, the lone elected MLA of Haryana Lokhit Party, has also extended support to the BJP. BJP Central Observer Ravi Shankar Prasad, however, made it clear that the party is not taking his support. Earlier in the day, Manohar Lal was unanimously elected as a leader of the legislature party in the presence of the Central Observers and BJP in charge of Haryana Affairs, Anil Jain. In Maharashtra, all the leading political parties are holding deliberations for government formation in the state. Shiv Sena President Uddhav Thackeray held a meeting with the newly elected legislators in Mumbai today. Sena MP Sanjay Raut told PTI that all the newly elected MLAs met Uddhav and unanimously took a decision to give him the right to choose the legislature party leader. Shiv Sena MLA Pratap Sarnaik told reporters that in a meeting with newly elected MLAs, Shiv Sena Chief Uddhav Thackeray demanded a written assurance from its ally BJP for implementing equal formula for sharing of power before holding talks on staking the claim to form the next alliance government in Maharashtra. More from a correspondent.
The Shiv Sena today demanded written assurance from ally BJP confirming that the BJP will honor a 50-50 deal agreed between Mr. Thackeray and Home Minister Amit Shah ahead of Lok Sabha polls earlier this year. A meeting of the Sena's newly elected 56 MLAs at Matoshri, the residence of party chief Uddhav Thackeray this afternoon, concluded with demands for a letter on BJP letterhead and signed by senior leadership on power sharing pact. Reacting on the same, Union Minister and senior party leader Rao Saheb Danve has said that the BJP is not aware about any equal power sharing deal being proposed by the Sena. Danve informed that after Diwali, Chief Minister Devendra Fadnavis will discuss the issue of formation of government with Uddhav Thackeray. Nivedita Bhorkar, KYARR News, Mumbai.
Meanwhile, Maharashtra BJP unit chief Chandrakant Patil said the state unit has convened a meeting of its newly elected MLAs on October 30th to elect the leader of the house. The meeting will take place in Vidhan Bhavan, Mumbai. President Ramnath Kovind says serving Divyangjan is the greatest service to society as they are the creation of God. The President today visited Pandit Deendayal Upadhyay National Institute for Persons with Physical Disabilities in New Delhi and interacted with outdoor child patients and rehabilitated Divyangjan children and their parents. Mr. Kovind greeted the children and the parents on Deepavali. Addressing the gathering, the President said the Institute and its faculty members are doing a commendable job by providing proper treatment to Divyangjan children and patients. He said they not only provide physical treatment but also psychological treatment. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will share his thoughts with the people in the country and abroad in his Mann Ki Baat program at 11 a.m. tomorrow, which is also Diwali. The Prime Minister in his last Mann Ki Baat address to the nation had urged the people to celebrate Diwali in a safe manner to avoid incidents of fire or loss of lives due to the use of firecrackers. In Uttar Pradesh, grand Diwali celebrations at Ayodhya have set a world record as over 5,51,000 earthen lamps or diyas were lit today. The lamps were lit on the banks of the holy river Sharyu and other places in Ayodhya town. This is the third consecutive year of Deepotsav in Ramnagri. Last year, more than 3 lakh earthen lamps were lit at the Sharyu. More from our correspondent.
Every nook and corner of the holy city is illuminated, and the spectacular event of lighting record 5,51,000 earthen lamps on the banks of Saryu river and other places made this Diwali unforgettable. The Grand Deepotsav also revived the centuries-old memories when Lord Ram returned his birthplace after conquering Sri Lanka. Culture troupes from various parts of country are performing shows, and artists from Nepal, Sri Lanka, Philippines and Indonesia are performing Ramleelas of their countries. The scene of Bharat Mila was overwhelming and unforgettable. With Rajen Soni in Ayodhya, this is MS Yadav, KYARR News, Lucknow.
In Jammu and Kashmir, the State Administrative Council, headed by Governor Satyapal Malik, approved establishment of an independent prosecution cadre with a separate directorate. The decision is aimed at bringing the criminal justice system in J&K in sync with the Central Code of Criminal Procedure CRPC 1973, which will be applicable from the 31st of this month in terms of the Jammu and Kashmir Reorganization Act 2019. More from a correspondent.
The establishment of an independent prosecution cadre in line with the provisions of CRPC will bring about synergy in the criminal justice system and improve rate of conviction. Meanwhile, in another major decision taken by the State Administrative Council, sanction has been accorded to the creation of 16 posts of professors and associate professors in different specialties in Government Medical College Srinagar and Government Medical College Jammu. Besides, approval has also been given for creation of 31 posts of accounts officers in the police department. The creation of posts of account officers will relieve the police officers from additional duties of BDOs and enable them to devote their full time to their primary assigned duties. R.K. Rana, KYARR News, Jammu.
Meanwhile, the state is moving ahead on the road to peace, prosperity and development. Ahead of 31st October, when the newly carved UT of Jammu and Kashmir and Ladakh will come into existence, the administrative machinery is gearing up to bring into effect the government's decision. A report.
Decks have been cleared for the change of guard in Jammu and Kashmir and Ladakh. The two new union territories will come into existence on 31st October. GC Murmu will take over as the first Lieutenant Governor in Jammu and Kashmir. Several development projects have already been initiated. Postpaid mobile services are back to normal. Banks, ATMs and shops are functional. School, colleges and universities have been opened. Educational institutions have been provided study material to students to cover their syllabus. Higher secondary and higher secondary board exams have been scheduled from 29th of October. NAFED decision to buy apples at higher prices from traders have given a boost to apple growers in the Kashmir Valley. Block Development Council elections held on 24th October saw a record turnout of 98.3% voters, which is a reflection of people's faith in democracy. Anupam Mish, Newsdesk.
6 CRPF personnel were injured in an attack by suspected terrorists in Srinagar this evening. 2 personnel sustained critical injuries. Security sources said unidentified terrorists hurled a hand grenade towards a checkpoint near Karan Nagar police station. This is All India Radio giving you the news. For quick news updates, visit our News on AIR app and follow us on Twitter at AIR News Alerts. You can also visit our website www.newsonair.com. Basic countries, that is Brazil, South Africa, India and China, have urged developed nations to adhere to the commitment made under Paris Agreement and provide finance and technology to the developing world. In a joint statement, the BASIC, a bloc of 4 large countries, emphasized that global climate action should promote climate justice by recognizing fundamental equality of all people in accessing economic growth and sustainable development. After the conclusion of the 2-day 29th Basic Ministerial Meeting on Climate Change in Beijing today, they reaffirmed and emphasized the need for people's participation and a climate-friendly lifestyle to address the challenge of climate change. Minister for Environment and Forest Prakash Javadekar, along with ministers from China, South Africa and Brazil, attended the meeting. The ministers highlighted that developing countries, including BASIC, notwithstanding multiple challenges such as food security and poverty eradication, have been implementing ambitious climate action based on the national circumstances in the context of sustainable development. India has already achieved 21% reduction in emission intensity of GDP in 2014 compared to 2005 levels, thereby achieving its pre-2020 voluntary target. The Met Department says the very severe cyclonic storm KYARR over East Central Arabian Sea is very likely to intensify further into an extremely severe cyclonic storm within the next 12 hours. It is moving towards Oman in the northwesterly direction. In Maharashtra, the Met Department has issued a warning that the cyclone will trigger rainfall in Ratnagiri and Sindhudurg and Goa. It has advised fishermen against venturing out into the sea off the coast of Maharashtra, Goa, Karnataka and South Gujarat. Indian Coast Guard has stepped up its search and rescue efforts. In Karnataka, Met Department Director Srinivas Reddy said moderate to heavy rainfall will continue in many parts of coastal Karnataka with very heavy rainfall in isolated places. More from our correspondent.
In Dakshin Kannada and Udupi, cyclone intensity has come down, but the situation is still not normal as rain continues to lash the region, with sea remaining stormy and rough. According to the weather forecast, North Karnataka coast will have wind speeds of 40 to 50 kilometers per hour and sea condition will be very high over East Central Arabian Sea in the next 24 hours. The Coast Guard that help people to find safe places to stay away from coastline is keeping constant watch with its search and rescue teams ready. The NDRF and SDRF teams are also on standby. Sudhindra, AIR News, Bengaluru.
National Unity Day will be celebrated on the 31st of this month to mark the birth anniversary of the Iron Man of India, Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel. Preparations are on full swing to celebrate the day in a grand manner. Lakhs of people from all over the country will take part in the celebrations. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will visit KYARR in Gujarat to pay homage to Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel at the Statue of Unity. Home Minister Amit Shah will flag off a commemorative run for unity from New Delhi's Major Dhyan Chand, the National Stadium, on the 31st. During the Mann Ki Baat program last month, the Prime Minister has said that Ek Bharat Shrestha Bharat is the common dream of the people, and that is why every year on 31st October, they run to foster unison in the country.
31 अक्टूबर सरदार वल्लभ भाई पटेल की जन्म जयंती है। एक भारत श्रेष्ठ भारत ये हम सबका सपना है और उसी निमित्त हर वर्ष 31 अक्टूबर को पूरे देश में रन फॉर यूनिटी, देश की एकता के लिए दौड़, हिंदुस्तान के लाखों गांवों में देश की एकता के लिए हमें दौड़ना है।
Ladakh administration is organizing a 3-day literature festival from Tuesday. Our correspondent has more.
The first ever Ladakh Literature Festival is going to witness the transformation of Ladakh from a division to a union territory. To attract the visitors of all age groups, different programs are planned for 3 days. Along with the local artists, literary personalities, historians, musicians are also participating in the festival. At venues like historic Leh Palace and Central Asian Museum, the Ladakh Literature Festival will be an annual event from now. Ramesh Chandra, AIR News from Leh.
In badminton, Indian men's doubles pair of Chirag, Shetty and Satwiksairaj Rankireddy will take on the Japanese fifth seeds Hiroyuki, Endo and Yuta, Watanabe in the semi-finals of the French Open tonight. Meanwhile, Indian women shuttlers PV Sindhu and Saina Nehwal bowed out of the tournament after losing their respective quarter-final matches, while Sindhu lost to world number 1 Tai Tzu Ying 21-16, 24-26, 21-17 in an intense match that lasted for 75 minutes. Saina lost in straight games to South Korean teenager An Si-young. And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Manohar Lal to take oath as Chief Minister of Haryana for a second term tomorrow. Dushyant Chautala of the JJP to be sworn as Deputy CM. In Maharashtra, political parties continue deliberations on government formation. Brazil, South Africa, India and China urge developed nations to adhere to commitments under Paris Agreement to fight climate change. Prime Minister to address the nation through Mann Ki Baat program on All India Radio tomorrow. Met Department says KYARR is likely to intensify into extremely severe cyclonic storm in the next 12 hours. And in French Open Badminton, semi-final match between pair of Chirag, Shetty and Satwiksairaj Rankireddy and the Japanese duo of Hiroyuki, Endo and Yuta, Watanabe to be played tonight. And that is all in the news at 9. Good night.